So we're in RSR CompServe database, and we're going to be generating a form using the form wizard. And then we're going to be customizing that form in Design View. So we're going to select work orders here. We'll go into Create, and we're going to choose Form Wizard. And you just want to verify that the work order table is the one that is selected. And then we're going to move work order, description, service date, hours, rate, and parts over under the selected field column. And we'll click on next. We do want columnar, so that looks good. We're going to click on next. And then as far as the title, work orders is fine. And we're going to turn on modify the form's design. And we'll click on finish. And that should take us directly into Design View. And the first thing that we're going to do is adjust the theme. And we're also going to add a calculated control, or basically a calculated field. So let's go into themes here, and we're going to switch the theme to organic. You probably have to point and pause. There it is. I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then they want us to make this detail grid a little bigger. So I'm going to position my mouse basically at the top of the form footer separator here. And I'm going to drag down. And what I want is for the detail grid to be about 3 inches. Okay, that'll give us a little bit more room to work. Now to add the calculated field, what we're going to do is we're going to add a text box control here. So let's turn that on. And then they want us to kind of drag in this area below parts. And I'm going to move this over. And I'm going to move this over. And we'll widen this up because what we're going to be entering in here is the calculation for the calculated field. So I'm going to click right in here and I'm going to key equal. And then because I'm using field names, they have to be in brackets. So it's hours in brackets times rate. And make sure you spell those field names correctly. You've got hours and rate. The names are right here, so you want them to match. And then let's go ahead and press enter with that. And then over here for our label, text 13 is a horrible label. We're going to change it to total labor. Okay, and then I'm going to actually kind of resize this just so it matches what the other ones look like. And we'll make that one line up as well. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this in Form View. And you can see that it is totaling up the value. We're not going to worry about alignment and all of that right now. We're going to go back to Design View. And with this control selected, we are going to give it a name because we're going to be using that result in another calculation. So we want to add a caption. Let's go into other, data sheet caption. For the caption, or for the name itself, it's still showing text 13 from before, but we actually want to give this a name of labor calc. Okay, now that name isn't changing what you see in the form. It's just associating the value, the result of the calculation, with that text name so that we can actually use that in another calculation, which is what we're going to be doing next. So let's kind of click here in our form. We're going to do another one. And for this one, in this unbound control here, and remember it's unbound because it's not directly connected to a field. We are going to key in another little calculation. We're going to use labor calc, which is our newly renamed result, and that does need to be in brackets as well, plus, and then we're going to put parts in brackets. Press enter. And then over here, we're going to key in total work order for our label. And let me kind of move this, even though they say not to worry about alignment. And at this point, kind of click away, save. Now, if we go back over to form view, you're going to see another calculation. And if we press tab, you'll notice that it's tabbing over these values and we really don't want it to. So let's go back to design view. And actually, I'm going to move this one over. This one by itself. All right, I'm going to select the two calculations that we did. You don't want anything tabbed into those calculations. So we are going to change tab stop from yes to no. And then we'll save our form. And now if we go back into design and go into form view, it should not tab over those. It's going to skip them. Okay, and that is what we want because we don't want them to be able to change those. They're calculations, so they should automatically display. Okay, we're going to go back over to design view, and we are going to continue making modifications to our form.